All right, y'all. So if you're just joining me, then last episode or blog, actually that wasn't a blog post. I don't know how I missed writing that, but anyway, it was the sentencing, um, and I was just talking about when my fiance was sentenced to prison and how we felt and how, uh, yeah, we just weren't expecting the sentence that he got. All right, so we're moving on from the sentencing to our first prison visit. Ugh. All right. The first true prison visit was quite an experience. We were so glad that my fiance had been designated after a year or two of waiting in the county jail. We would get the chance to actually touch him, hug, and kiss. We finally get to hold our son for the first time. Not we, he. He was hours away in a rural area, somewhere in the mountains. Nowhere you would want to be caught in the dark. I remember it being a scary drive. Thankfully, I was a rider this time since my parents went. This drive kind of reminded me of a family reunion we had gone on. We had gone to, where did we go? Colorado, to Pikes Peak Mountain. And I remember us like driving up this mountain. It's one of those drives where it's like everybody in the car is silent because it's nighttime. And when you look out the window, you don't see nothing but pitch black. And you're afraid if the driver just turned just a little to left, you're going off the mountain. That's how this drive was. We was all up in Kentucky. Anyway, we were in Kentucky. It just was real different. All right, in the mountains. Foggy. Scared. All right, so we had no idea what we were about to walk into, especially since this was our first time ever visiting a prison, not to mention a high security prison at that. We finally got there after being lost in the fog, in the mountains. We always managed to get lost because we're literally just driving in the wilderness to get to a lot of these prisons. We pull up and see all the barbed wire fences. You know, the stuff like you see it on TV. But to experience it in person is still different. I remember trying to be as normal as possible, like this wasn't the first trip. But they can always tell the newbies. That same nervous feeling I had at his sentencing was the same feeling I got walking into the prison. My heart rate was gone. The guards were walking around with stone faces and guns. My children had never seen a gun. After signing in and making all the changes, we were asked or rudely demanded to make the guards, by the guards and clearing the metal detector. We walked to a small holding area to get our hand checked under a fluorescent light to make sure it was stamped before we would proceed in a single file line to the visitation room. All kind of thoughts were running through my head. What have I done? Like, you really staying through this? What has he done? I'll be glad when he gets out of this mess. Damn. I can't believe this. Wow. Wow. Bam. With the slamming of the doors, the huge heavy metal door made me jump right out of those. Now we're locked in this little space until the guard leading us to the visitation building reaches a certain point. If this is just a quick glimpse of what it's like to be locked up, wow, no words. We walked in a single file line to the visitation room where we were told where and how to sit until our family and or friends came out. All of the visitors constantly stared at the side door waiting for their family member to make his entrance. When my fiance entered the door, my parents and myself were in total shock. What happened to the man we knew? We had to quickly fix our shocked faces. He had gone from about 180 pounds to 250. I was like, whoa. I thought people got into shape when they went to prison. He was so glad to finally hold our son and to reunite with our daughter. Our son was now walking and 2 years old, and our daughter was 5. They were so excited to see him. He squatted down with open arms and they ran to him. Now my son ran to him following behind his sister since he really didn't know what he looked like. He would have ran anybody up in there. But we always show him pictures, but looking at him at the moment, the pictures were probably deceiving to a 2-year-old. This was just the first visit of many to come. Stay strong, beautiful, and unbothered. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications so you can get my next episodes.